What's up, guys? It is Technology Freak, and today I'm actually going to be. Okay, let me turn on the narrator.
M. Pen.
So, anyways, I was going to do a demo of the subsystem for Android screen reader. I mean, not screen reader, but the subsystem for Windows. Anyways, this time I'm actually going to be talking about what could be coming to the studio later this year. If you haven't seen my Beyond Sight, or not Beyond Sight, my Ken channel, the name on there is Ken, which is, well, if you know me on Skype or anywhere else, you'll know exactly where that name comes from. And if you know me personally, well, yeah, you know exactly where that name comes from. Anyways, this is Ken on Technology Freak. You know what? I might just rename my channel to that. Ken the Technology Freak. I might do that. But anyways, that's another idea for another time. So anyways, this is Technology Freak, and today I'm actually going to be talking about something that will be probably coming to the studio. I'm going to have to help pay for it, of course. This doesn't come free. This does not come free. It's going to be called the Orbit Speak, and it's being made by Orbit Research. It's coming out in October. It's going to have that. It's going to have a design similar to that of the Braille and Speak. The Braille and Speak. Except with the Braille and Speak, you got 7 keys instead of 9. You got dots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then space on the Braille and Speak. However, on the Orbit Speak, it's going to have dots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and space. Dots 7 and 8 are backspace and enter, respectively. It will have Google TTS as its speech engine. It will have USB-C for charging and possibly data transfer, if at all possible. You may be able to read data, but not write data. The SD card may be used as storage. I may be wrong. I may be wrong on that. I may be wrong. It may have its own built-in storage. It will have Wi-Fi capabilities which will make it easy to connect to the internet. Browse bookshelves for blind people, like browse the online services like sorry, I kind of stuttered. Bard and I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Online services like Bard and Bookshare. And no, I do not need a narrator reading a book. Forget it. I don't care. Kind of my joke on here. Saying that, seeing that Microsoft has a narrator on their computers. And since I got a Chromebook around here, actually, I'm going to be selling that Chromebook somehow. I don't know. But that's going to be for a project I'm probably going to try and do later down the road. Not now. For right now, I'm working on getting that Orbit Speak. That will be a $500 note taker. The case will be something down the road. But anyways, it will have the Orbit Speak. It will also not only have the online book services like Bard, Bookshare, and whatever other online services there are, but there probably will be other ways to access the internet. Heck, there might be a text-based browser. You know, like how, there are probably going to be those, on the Braille Note, there used to be this browser called Internet Explorer. It was a version of it, though. Internet Explorer, for those old folks that were around in the 90s, well, not old folks, but, older people that were around in the 90s when Internet Explorer was first introduced. That was on Windows 95 and later, all the way up until Windows 10. In Windows 11, Internet Explorer got replaced with Edge. And not only that, Internet Explorer was on the Braille Note Apex, Braille Note Empower, Braille Note PK, and the Braille Note Classic, probably. I don't know that for sure. I know that was on the Braille Note Empower and Apex. um, um, it was Internet Explorer and it was on Windows CE. This, or not this, the Braille, the Orbit Speak. Sorry about that. The Orbit Speak is going to be running a version of Android. Not entirely on Android. Not entirely based on Android. But it's going to be running Android under the hood. You know, like how the Windows subsystem for Android is basically Android like a subsystem. Android is going to be a subsystem on the Orbit Speak. And it's going to be, the dimensions are going to be 6.3 by 2.6 by less than an inch thick. Very, very small, thin, and light. Weighing under 8 ounces, it's going to be one heck of a note taker without a display. The display being not a part of it is actually a good thing, because we haven't had a speech-based note taker since the days of, the Braille and Speak in particular. The last one we had was back in 1998 with the APH Scholar second generation with double talk. Actually, no, that isn't it. It was the Braille and Speak 2000, actually. Kind of weird that it got supported until 2006 or something. I don't know, but pretty weird. Anyways, back to the Orbit Speak. It's actually going to have, a headphone jack for private listening. If you want to listen to your stuff with headphones, bam! The Orbit Speak has got you. Want to listen to things with just the speaker alone? Bam! There you go. You want to listen to the Orbit Speak reading books to you when it comes to external speakers? Bam! There you go. You got it. If the SD card slot is where you can put an SD card to actually write data to, then that's fine. If it relies on the SD card, we'll forget it. Don't worry about it. If it relies on the SD card, who cares? It's a $500 note taker. We haven't gotten a speech-based note taker in a long time, with the exception of the Voice Note Apex. voice sense Empower. Wait a minute. I'm not even sure the Empower had a voice sense. I mean, not a voice sense. I mean, wait, am I making up stuff now? Voice note and I don't even think the Empower had a voice note variant. I know the Apex did. The voice sense was the speech-based note-taker equivalent to the Braille sense. The Braille sense actually came out in 2006. Actually, about 16 years ago. Yeah, what a coincidence. The voice sense and the voice note are two different things. What about other speech-based note takers? Well, there actually was one. In 2007, it was called the,
New notification from mail.
Alright,
Exiting narrator.
what actually had that voice, though. It was the Braille Plus. The 18 was the one that had that voice. Never mind. The Braille Plus was a unit by APH. It combined the features of a phone with a note taker. Yay. It was basically a cell phone for blind people, but had note-taking capabilities. It was pretty much a note taker first and a phone second, I guess. If not, then, I don't know then. Now, okay, what is it? Braille Plus 18 was an Android-based note taker, and the first ever of its kind, mind you. It ran Android 2.3, okay, I don't know. But it wasn't a speech-based note taker. It was a speech and Braille output. Hence the 18 part of the name. It had 18 cells. Since this channel is basically geared towards blind people, when it comes to technology, I like to review stuff for that demographic. Either that or I believe it was in 2004 that it came out. I don't know. Ugh. Let's see, what other ones? There was the Packmate. It was, I believe, released as either a speech-based note taker. It was either, it could be a speech-based note taker, or it could be a speech and Braille output. You could have speech and Braille. Braille. The Braille Note Apex and all that. That you can turn the Braille Note Apex into a speech-based note taker. All you got to do is turn the Braille off. I believe by pressing the spacebar and the thumb key on the far right, you can make it a speech-based note taker. The cells will go blank. Because it won't be used. So, there's another way. If you want to rely on note takers with Braille output only, yeah, you're gonna have to go with like a Mantis or Vario Ultra or Him's Braille Edge 40. Those aren't real note takers, but they're lightweight note takers. I mean, they're light note takers, note taker light, I would kind of assume. The Focus 40 isn't even close to a note taker. It has a scratch pad utility, but no, that's not even close to a note taker. Not even close. It has an 8 gigabyte SD card SSD. I was about to say SSD. SD, secure digital card, I believe. SD cards are basically flash memory. So are SSDs and so are flash drives. So, yeah. So, if that Orbit Speak happens to run off of an SD card when it comes to the files and stuff, forget about it. Don't worry about it. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Big deal. Ah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to get off of here. This is Technology Freak. Peace!